Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time we had a rival battle with Hop, and it was interesting. I did a little bit of shenanigans involving leveling up a Dratini to a Dragonair, and then going and renaming it appropriately, and then sweeping the floor with Hop. And then we went into the gardens, and we walked around the gardens for a bit, and it was very nice, but there were some bizarre detours that I don't really understand the point of, and some kid was standing in the water with some very soggy shoes. Yeah, that's my main takeaway from that last little adventure. Lillie is gonna go and talk to us. You are not probably gonna fight us because that's not what you do. I'm glad I ran into you. I was actually wondering. Stay in the bag, Nebby. What do you think of her, the president of the Aether Foundation, I mean? Yeah. I think intimidating is the word that I would use, probably, but the game is just gonna not really give me a choice in that direction, so I'm gonna go with I don't know. I just thought maybe you'd meet with her. I'm sorry for asking you something so strange. Anyway, what I really wanted to ask was... You wanted to see the ruins, or is it about Nebby? I'm more interested in that one, I think. If memory serves, they're both gonna go in the same direction, but I wanted to take Nebby to visit Ula Ula Ruins, but they're located deep in a large desert. I don't want to ask that much of you. Right now, I'm planning to visit Melee Library. There's a book that I want to look for there. Maybe you'd even be willing to help me. I know Melee Library is here within the city of Melee somewhere. Even I should be able to find it. I can do this. You too, Nebby. Alright. I guess that's going to be... Can I look at the map? The Rotom is just going to take up... Alright, there we go. I don't see the flag. I guess I can go in that direction. There doesn't appear to be anything blocking me here. Actually, obstructions wouldn't show up on the map, would it? Anyway, there's... Alright, fine. I guess I can't go in that direction. Let's go and screw around in town like I wanted to do in the last video. What is this? I don't know what this is. Is this an eatery? This looks like an eatery. I'm here to eat. Am I? What am I eating? Each item costs you $4,000. Are these Z crystals? Ninja, Samurai, Geisha, and Ronin? What am I buying? Alright, that's like bento. Are we gonna fight? Grilled teriyaki is full of flavor and has just the right amount of oil. Fantastic. Great, now I'm hungry. I gotta stop playing games that make me want to eat. The pickled vegetables are well seasoned and provide the perfect refresher between bites. It was delicious. That alone should tell you that I'm never gonna play a Monster Hunter game on this channel. I don't know what the point of that was. 4 heart scales. Okay. Did that, like, affect happiness, or did that affect my party's EVs or something like that? That's a lot of money for 4 heart scales. Is anyone gonna explain? You're not gonna explain. I don't know what that has to do with anything in here. Gonna tell me about Bruxish. Alright, so they're like the... That's the middle stage of, No, I'm thinking of the Pokemon, the starter from Gen. I don't know who Bruxish is. All right, again, I've reached kind of the end of how much Pokemon information I'm able to like cram into my brain, and it's slightly distressing. Because of like how I basically knew pretty much every monster and their general information for the first 5.5 generations. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I still don't really know what that was about. The game didn't really explain, and I think, what is this glowing thing? Is that just a sign? Alright. Generic greeting. Is this what is this? I can't really whippersnapper. Did you know that Quick Link? Yeah, I was doing that recently. With, trades and whatnot. Because it's by far easier than going into the Festival Plaza, because the Festival Plaza is just, like, objectively not very good. So this is the Malasada shop, is what this is. Alright, so the last building we were in made me hungrier than bitter Malasada. Oh, that's right, flavor profiles for Pokemon based on, I think, their IVs. We are going to, did I already pay for it? Oh, you're gonna refund me? Alright. I don't know offhand what stats this affect. I think in some games it's like contest stats, but I don't know if in this game it is. A big Malasada, yeah, sure. And that's gonna be the regional full heal, I think. I will just take one of those. Our Malasadas are very big. Alright. So, that's gonna be enough sugar for us to have us just bouncing around the way how it was in the last video. Alright. Anyone else in here have anything interesting to say? No firefighters here in Alola. Have I met any firefighters? I don't know if I've met any firefighters in this game yet. It takes an adult to appreciate both the bitter and the sweet parts of life, but then... Alright, yeah, those were the 2 Malasadas on offer here. At least from the clerk on the left, weren't they? Alright, let's go into town. Oh wait, is this... This is Bard. There's a Hariyama guarding the door. Oh, it's a face board? What is this? That's ridiculous. Let's see. I'm also on the lookout for stickers. I haven't seen as many stickers in this city as I have in previous locations. And just as I say that, let's go and grab that from the back of the sign by the clothing store. I still don't have, like, a ton of money because I've been spending it on, like, TMs and stuff when I made it to the shopping mall and what have you recently. So I don't think I'm really going to buy anything here, but... at some point I would like to make use of this particular money sink mechanic, and, is this the Japanese food place? I think it is. Alright, let's go here. I don't know exactly what bird Pokemon you're referring to. Okay, so I can't go this way either. It was thoroughly trashed by all those bird Pokemon attacking me. How rude of them. Let's keep going this way then. Have I been in here yet? I don't think I have. Is that a hair cuttery? That looked like, alright, this looks like a hair cuttery. Okay, so this is specifically a hair cuttery for Fufro. Because I know that Fufro, I don't know if it affects its, like, battle stats or anything like that, but I know that Fufro is a Pokemon which you can, like, style its, like, its fur. I've never done that. I've never used a Fufro in a game, in competitive or otherwise. So I don't really know, like, what it's like, but I know that that was apparently a big deal on X and Y. What is this? This looks like a Pokemon gym, honestly. That sign up front. Is it just going to be a dojo? Kantonian in the making. We're playing the Pokemon gym music in here. Alright, so... This is the Kantonian gym. You can challenge us if you pay $1,000. Alright. What exactly does this entail? My name is Gym Guide. This is the Kantonian gym. It takes big and brassy nerves to take down this gym with your puny powers. Defeat all the gym trainers and you'll be the new Kantonian. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'd like to, but what exactly... For one drink in charge. Alright. Yes, we're gonna do this. What exactly are we gonna get into? Are we gonna actually fight a gym? Was this in the original games? I feel like I would remember this if I ran into this in the original games. It's possible that it was there and I just didn't come in here, but, like... I feel like this is something that I would have remembered if it was there. What does my team look like? Alright, Loke is level 29. I want Loke to get to at least 30 before moving on. And then I'll probably pop the Eviolite onto someone else. Are you a trainer? No, you are just a, oh, this is Lieutenant Surge's thing. Alright, let's fight all these guys. Is this the first trainer battle of the video? Do I leave this one in? I guess I'll leave this one in and I'll just speed up the rest of them. Not to mention that I do want to actually see what this is about, what kind of Pokemon you're going to have. So this is a Minccino. This is not an electric type, so I guess we're not going to be keeping with the electric type theme. But if I have to check every single trash can, Viridian City style, gonna laugh and also probably cry a little bit because that probably will take a while. Alright, this is like a 3-hit KO. This is gonna go nowhere fast. That is Tail Slap, so you do not have Skill Link, which is good, because if you did, this fight would go on for about 20 minutes, because that's about how long it would take all those Tail Slaps to land. And also, it would be a lot more damage on me, which wouldn't make me happy. Let's go and use this third Bubble Beam, and then, again, it's a 3-hit KO on a Pokemon who isn't very strong, and I don't know how to feel about that, but hopefully by the time we evolve, we'll be in somewhat better shapes. Alright. Let's go and heal. And now I think I'm gonna go and take on the rest of the trainers in here. Why did I use all that pummeling on a bug flying type? I thought that Foos had the normal Z crystal, and I thought that, like, I was kind of running on autopilot. I thought I was gonna Z headbutt or something like that, and it wasn't Z headbutt. I gotta pay more attention to what I'm doing. Alright, so is there gonna be anyone else? There's gonna be... Can I get into a double here? I'd like it if I could get into a double. Oh, you're not a trainer? You're just a regular? Alright, let's go and fight this one. I will make it through this game with a Kingdra. I've wanted to use a Kingdra in a game for a long time. Look is not making it easy for me, but we are gonna get there. I don't actually need to heal. Alright. Are you the last one? Wait, do I actually not have to do the garbage can puzzle? It would be kind of nice if I don't, because that would just, like, save time. Fermantis always that annoying? Alright. Again, nobody really needs healing. It's just that, like, that fight took a long time and was kind of awkward because someone decided to heal themselves. Alright, but seriously, do I have to... Oh, it's full of drinks and ice. I don't have to look for a hidden switch. Alright, good to know. That's definitely a time saver. So let's go and... Should I leave Loke out front? I'm gonna leave Loke out front just to see what happens. This fight hasn't been as hard as, like, this gym hasn't been as hard as, like, some other fights that I've been in. Hopefully you're not gonna still be as difficult as the fight against the rival was in the last video, so... Anyway, I will be your final entertainment for today with my authentic Kanto-style Pokemon battle. I don't know, people in this gym have so far not been using Kanto Pokemon. You'd expect to see more, like, I don't know, Pikachu and whatever, and fewer, like, Minccino, but... You're gonna send out Machoke. Alright, that's a Kanto Pokemon. What level are you gonna be? You are gonna be level 29, which is the same as me. I will not be staying in here. Will I? I'll see what I do. I'll see what happens. If I go and see the info on this one, this may lower your speed. Alright. Water Pulse is the one that confuses. Bubble Beam is the one that doesn't. Yeah, alright. So that's gonna be like a 5-hit KO, probably. Vital Throw, that's one that we'll never miss. That did a lot. I want Loke to get experience from this, so we're not gonna stay in here. I don't really think lowering your speed mattered because Machoke isn't very fast anyway. But if I switch over to Foos, you're gonna use Vital Throw again, which actually did more. Oh, that's right. Loke had the Eviolite, so less damage taken there. All right, so let's go, and if you have Guts, that could be a bit of a problem, like paralysis-wise. I'm gonna go and use Dragon Rage. And Dragon Rage is gonna go and... Okay, so that's a 2-hit KO from however much HP... Thanks. From however much HP you had. I can do that again. And... How is it, like, episode 26 of this and Dragon Rage is still a useful move? Anyway, Strewn is gonna go and grow to level 32. I should probably just call you by your first word of power. Up until the point where you've got all three, because the 2 syllables is a little bit awkward. Anyway, that... Oh, you only had the one? The Surge Badge. I think you got the type wrong, though. That's, not the type that Lieutenant Surge was fighting with, I don't think. You are the first Kantonian. Okay, so I won Leader's Special. What is that? A shocking combo of 10 Soda Pops and Poke Beans. Guzzle down the Poke Beans and crunch down on the Soda Pop and enjoy yourself. We hope to see you again here. We hope to see you again soon. Alright, that was interesting. I'm gonna go heal. Alright, here we are. Oh, there's another sticker here. I still feel like there haven't been as many in this city that I've seen so far as there have been in other ones. What are you two doing? Just hanging out behind the gym? That feels like a euphemism for a fight. There's no door that I can go into there. Alright, that one's just there for decoration. Is there... What? What are you talking about? White square, white triangle, black circle, white circle, black triangle, black square, white circle. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Is this a code? Okay, so, wait a minute. Is something gonna happen? Are there different symbols on the ground here? Okay, so white square, black square, Lillie. Alright, fine. We'll see what Lillie has to say first. You ended up getting lost. It was like, you know, not that far from where you were standing earlier. I don't know how you could... Whatever. I wandered around completely lost until I ducked into the apparel shop, and then I saw this outfit, and they said it was the last one they had in stock, so I bought it. Even though I don't think I've ever had the guts to wear an outfit like this. But the woman working at the store did tell me where to find the library, so I guess you could say it was all for the best. Through the library... though the library was actually just right past the apparel store, if I just kept going. Yeah. I mean... Man. Sometimes if you really just want to actually learn your way around, you just have to get lost. And I think I've told this story before of how I can generally find my way around on the streets and highways of the state of New Jersey. And that's, like, mostly due to how much time I spent, like, getting lost and just finding where stuff was in my early 20s. Anyway. Hapu, looks like your island challenge is coming along favorably. That must be pleasing to the Tapu. So, Dragu, who might this be? That's Lillie. I almost said she's lost without thinking. I'm such a terrible friend. My apologies if Mudsdale spooked you just now. Doesn't seem like you're a trial goer. What are you up to? Oh, I'm actually studying the Tapu's ruins for various reasons of my own. Well, that's some fine initiative. I'd be happy to show you the way whenever you'd like to go. My Mudsdale here is as sturdy as all get out. She can easily carry two. Thank you for the offer. Shall we check out Melee Library first, though, since we're here? Alright, I guess we're gonna do that. But before I do that, the game is gonna just automatically lead me inside. Alright. The book that I'm looking for is a very old one. It's a book that contains old myths and legends that Professor Burnett told me about. Those tales seem to suggest that Alola's legendary Pokemon came from another world. Alright, so you're gonna go upstairs, and before I do that, I really do wanna... So there are different symbols here, right? Yeah. And I have to assume that if I go and take out my, sheet of paper that I've been writing down side quests in this game for. White square. I'm gonna need a shorthand so that I don't have to write out these words every time. I'm just gonna draw like B and W and then like the shape next to them. White triangle. Black triangle. Black circle. White circle. Black triangle. Black square. White circle. White triangle. And come back to the white square. Okay. You're able to walk that much. That is a lot of walking, so if I stand here... That's the white square. Next I need the white triangle, and where am I going to find the white triangle? Here. Oh, are they just going to be in a line? Black triangle is next. I'm gonna sort of hug the... Alright, so they're not all in a line. I'm gonna hug, like, the sides, just so that I don't step on something by accident. That is a black circle. I wish the camera was orthogonal to the streets to make it easier to see. I need the black triangle next. That's gonna be this one. Alright. Black circle is next. Was that this one? Black circle. White circle, was that this one? That is the white circle. Black triangle is gonna be back here. Black square, where's the black square? Is this black square? That's black square. White circle. Where was the white circle? Was that... No? Not out there? Was it over here? White circle. White triangle and white square. And that's just gonna be in a line going back this way. Alright. White triangle, white square. You gonna say anything? Yeah? 5 max repels. I guess that does relate to walking. Alright, so we're gonna put those away. And walk in places where there are Pokemon or no Pokemon. Go wherever your young heart leads you. Be healthy. Indeed. Best way to stay in shape. Maybe not the best way to stay in shape. I'm sure people are gonna argue about that until the end of time. But it's certainly an easy way to stay in shape. Whether the sun shines or rain falls on me, I just keep swaying with the rhythm. Alright, where are we exactly? A bunch of local products made here in Melee on display on the table. So this is like a little farmer's market. Flea market. Free market. Anyone can set up shop. Yeah, alright. I gotta find one of those around town so that I can, like, sell plants or something like that. I've been meaning to do that for a while, but, I never, like, I don't usually frequent the, like, local, like, news events postings as much as I should, so I don't usually see stuff until they're already over. Anyway, what was your deal? I literally was about to buy that. If you got a problem, you're gonna have to battle me. I was about to buy what, but yeah, I like to battle. Give Loke some more experience. Let's do this. That could have gone better. What's your deal? If I give you my pocket money, how am I supposed to buy what I want? You should buy this strange souvenir. I'm literally selling it to you for 100 Poké Dollars. Alright, we'll do that. I've got a couple of those. Just $100 is all I need to get whatever my heart desires. So, that fight was a mess, as usual. But we got through it. We're gonna add that. Is there anything that I can actually do with these? It's modeled after a guardian deity that lives deep in the desert. Yeah. So, were you... Okay, you're an actual, like, salesperson. Selling clothes. Okay, I'm not gonna go and do any of that right now. So, let me go and, see what everyone else is selling. Duskstone. I don't have any use for that either, actually. Mount Laniakela. Lanakila. Lanakila. I think that's what I'm looking at. A mountain named for victory. Is that accurate? I know that there are locations in this game that are named after actual Hawaiian words. I see no reason why that wouldn't be one of them, but I will go and check that after in editing.
Hey.
I was fishing on Pony Island the other day and I managed to reel up a bottle cap. Is that a thing? Is that like what does that do? Anyway, this is the weather class. If you're a Pokemon trainer, yeah, alright. So I know how weather in battle works. Which item would you have a Pokemon hold if you want Rain Dance to last a long time? Are you gonna give me these items if I answer them all correctly? That's gonna be a Damp Rock. Next question. Hail. So this is gonna be the Icy Rock. Sunshine. That's gonna be the Heat Rock. And I take it the last one is gonna be the Smooth Rock. Yeah, alright. So that's going to go and, let me ace this this test. And you're gonna give me the Icy Rock. You're gonna give me a Smooth Rock, so it does look like I'm gonna get one of each of these. A Heat Rock, and, what was the other one? The Damp Rock, that one that we haven't gotten yet? Damp Rock. So, weather-inducing abilities in this game don't last forever. I think starting in Gen 6 that changed. Perma-weather is no longer a thing that went the way of Gen 5, which made me very sad. Because that was probably my favorite overall strategy. I'm not going to say it wasn't an overpowered strategy and that most battles typically devolved into weather wars and control of the weather. So it's probably for the better that they changed it. But I do miss those days. You can, if you use Rain Dance or whatever, holding a Damp Rock, it'll last 8 turns instead of 5. If you have a Politoed with Drizzle holding a Damp Rock, the weather will last 8 turns instead of 5. Anyway. Let's see, did I talk to everyone else in here? I think I've talked to pretty much everyone else in here. You're gonna give me a strange souvenir, so that's another one. That's the second one that I picked up in here. The other one was the strange souvenir, right? The one that the Team Skull Grunt sold me. Alright, so we can buy healing items. I'm not gonna go and buy too many of them, but if we, guess that was interesting enough. Is there... Oh, that was just a sign. I thought that was a desk. It was hard to tell if there was any depth in there from this, this sharp angle. Anyway, what do I want to do? I think I should probably go to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, let's go to the Pokemon Center. And I think I'm going to end this off here. So, next time we're going to head to the library. And there's going to be plot, and I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of other, like, people and books and stuff to talk to in there once we finish. So I'm going to save that. My name is Dragonite. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.